Hi, welcome to Cash and Coffee.
Brought to you by the Radarfreepress.
My name's Kayla Tenboer.
And I'm Kaitlyn Blum. So last week we talked about the 3 W's and knowing what's going on with your cash. So I know where my cash is and I know where I want it to go, but how can I actually get myself to stay on that budget?
Yeah, really, the one thing we talked about was knowing those habits. And if you're still struggling, it's going to take a good 3 to 4 months to really get your budget to behave. But if you're still struggling with really making your money go where you want it to go after knowing your habits, we're going to use the cash envelope wallet. So this is a really useful tool when you're starting out budgeting. And it literally, you only have so much money, right? And a lot of times when we're swiping a card, we're not really seeing it leave. And there's a lot of psychology and a lot of studies done with credit cards versus debit cards versus cash. And all the studies show that you spend less when you use cash. There's a connection, a pain source between spending cash and your brain. So by using the cash envelope wallet, you're gonna fill up these envelopes with the amount of cash that you want to budget. So if you can definitely use this for anything that is a variable expense. So you have your fixed expenses, like your auto pay for your phone, your internet, all those things, but there's variable as well. So that's what you'll use this for. And that's where a lot of people have problems overspending because they're spending too much at restaurants and on gas and whatnot. So by using the cash envelope wallet, say you have $100 to go to restaurants, you're spending it directly out of this envelope. And once that money's gone, it's gone. You can't spend anymore. So you're using psychology and the visual of seeing that money leaving your wallet. It's going to make you want to stay on track with your budget. So this is a great resource. You'll have always put a miscellaneous in your budget because let's be honest, there's always random stuff we never expected to buy. For me, it's Dollar General. That sale that they always have, I always spend a little money. So that comes out of my miscellaneous. But yeah, your fun money, your restaurants, all that, you're going to use this little wallet.
So yeah, you're carrying that with you everywhere then, right?
Yeah, you're gonna need a little bigger purse. So find your bigger purse and you're gonna put this in there. And if you have the money in your account, you could put all your money for the whole month in it. But if you don't have that much in your account, that's okay. You can either put your money in here based on your weekly or bi-weekly. So a lot of people do it like when they get their paycheck. Mm-hmm. They'll deposit the money, they'll put it in their envelopes, and that's the money they have for that week or that bi-week or their month.
And the debit card stays in the purse or even at home.
Yeah, and this is really gonna train you to control those habits. So great resource to use.
I like that. So when it is, Friday before you get paid and you are like, oh, there is no more coffee money for the coffee.
No. Yeah,
you're good.
Then you can't. Yeah. Then you can't get it and you're going to have to just be patient. So patience is a big thing with budgeting. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to wait until the paycheck comes in. And that's just like the sacrifice you have to make progress with your money.
I also see it as in I want to buy something big and it's like, oh, I got to wait until that envelope gets a little more cash in it, maybe a couple more paychecks and I can afford that bigger item I want.
Yeah, and that's funny you say that because I am one where I have money in my envelope, my fun money, I'll spend it right away. Where my husband uses what we call a sinking fund, and he will continue to save up because he wants bigger stuff with computers and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So he likes to save up over the month so he can get bigger things while I'm like, ooh, I want to spend this on jewelry or nail polish, So yeah, that's a great point.
I like that. It made me, like you said, it makes you feel like you're really in control.
Yes, and that's so important with our finances, and a lot of people don't have that control, but it's being aware. It's holding those reins in and really taking control. It's called being an adult, So you have to do that.
No, I think it's fun to be in control, like you said, because it's also you getting to choose what you're spending your money on.
Exactly, and you can prioritize on your goals. So setting up those goals with either by yourself or with your spouse, make sure you're talking about those goals and prioritizing that goal over the things that really don't matter.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, thank you, Kayla.
Yeah, of course.
I want to say thank you to our listeners and to our production crew as well. remember that the Radar Free Press is free. So we do rely on those likes, shares, and comments to keep us thriving. And if you want to see more videos like this, check out theradar.online.